Hello? Hello? Can you hear me okay? Sorry, it's been quite a while since I streamed last. Hey! Still have a bit of a cough, I apologise. I probably don't even notice how much I'm coughing, but I'm fine. Alright, I haven't set the game up because I forgot to. Is this one. There we are. Hopefully you can see now. So, hello. It's been a little while since I streamed. This is sort of a very informal stream because I've been playing this on my own, and I thought, you know what, the last game was so entertaining, people might enjoy watching it too. There is a bit of screen tearing. It's not something I've noticed or really cared about before now, so apologies about that. Anyway, this is Warhammer Fantasy 8th Edition. We have Skaven versus Vampire Counts. It's a 1,000 point match, and it's the last of my quarterfinals before moving into the semi-finals and then moving into the final. So I've set up the field already. This is the same field the other three quarterfinalists have used, so it just saves me having to redo it, and it's got like what the stuff does. This is using a mod on the tabletop thing. It's actually the old world things, and all of the stuff has its stats, but it's all in German, and I don't know if it's accurate to 8th edition, so I'm just ignoring it. I have all the information. Excuse me again. I've been buying all of the books because I've just been really, really enjoying reading them. It's the most I've been into the hobby in about 10 years. So, yeah, I'm pleased with it. So, I'm not going to be, like, explaining how to play, except in when I'm, checking stuff up myself. I'm just sort of getting on with it. So, first of all, we'll roll off to see who deploys. Red is vampires, green is Skaven. That is a cocked dice, but if you hover over it, it says what it is. So the vampires will deploy first, which means they get to pick the side, and this one grants fear, this one grants stupidity, so this is the better side. So all the people who have the other quarterfinals happened yet? Yes, they have. I'm just looking it up on my Excel document. First, it was Bretonnia versus High Elves. High Elves won. Then it was Ogre Kingdoms versus Tomb Kings, and the Tomb Kings stomped them. Literally, the Ogres got 0 victory points. Last night, or the night before, I played Orcs and Goblins versus Empire, and the Empire won. And now it's Skaven versus Vampire Counts, so these guys are going over here, and these guys are here. So alternating deployment. Vampires deploy first. So let's have a big block of skeletons right here. And then they shall face them with clan rats. There. And then the other skeletons right next to them. Storm, no. Let's go with these Skaven slaves there with slings. The Terrorgeist. I'll have here. I don't actually know if flying things can fly through woods. Because that's the point of this, you see. I'm learning to play, and because Warhammer is fairly easy to learn, it's all in the rules, the little rules. So I'm playing a lot to encounter these little rules to know the answers. Okay, it's not written in the fly rule, so it's got to be in the forest. Okay, so no, I can't put him there because flying models with the fly rule that begin or end in a forest take a difficult terrain test, so that would be a stupid place to put him. Storm vermin there, and finally the Black Knights are going to go around here. And then the Plague Monks, I'm going to try and stop the Black Knights, bogging them down with the Plague Knights. Oh, sorry, these need to be deployed with them, so the Warp Fire goes with that one, Mortar goes with that one, and the cannon I'm going to stick over in the corner. What is the range on the cannon? The 48. Yeah, that's a pretty good range. Alright. Deployment is done. And the way it works... Actually, let's get some weather. Make it look a bit fancier. The way it works is... now we roll to see who goes first, with the person who finished deploying first, the vampire counts getting +1 to the roll. Which clinches it, vampires go first. But I've just realised I forgot to roll for spells. So we've got level 2 wizard on each side, so vampires get 6 and 1. Let me just pull up their Lore of Vampires. Did I give him... Let me know how well you can hear me, by the way. I did. I gave him Dark Acolyte. Remind me what Dark Acolyte is. Vampiric Powers. Adds D3 to the casting total whenever he casts Invocation of Nehek. So that means I need to replace either 1 or 6 with the Invocation of Nehek, as it's a signature spell I can. Wind of Death is a magical vortex. Van Hell's Dance Macabre is an augment. I'll replace that one. So, Invocation... Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. Of Nehek. 6 plus... 18 plus. Sticking this on a Word document so I've got it easily to reference. And the second spell is Wind of Death, 15 plus 25 plus. So I have most of the books at this point. I've been ordering them on eBay, which is about the only place you can still get them. And there are some good deals on there. Currently bidding on the Wood Elf one, hoping I get that. Actually, frankly, I'm hoping I don't, because I've seen it cheaper on there. Skaven, I believe it is the Lore of Ruin. Spells of Ruin, yeah, it is. Okay. They don't have a lore attribute. Has this gotten you back into Warhammer? Sort of, yeah. Like, because I started painting again recently. Hang on, let me just put my fan on. I started painting again because my archery club asked that I paint some trophies for them. They 3D printed some trophies. Skaven, I'll just reroll these. They get 3 and 2, which is Warp Lightning. That's a pretty good one. Howling Warp Gale actually would be really, really useful because that's good against flying. I don't know if it's worth... Yeah, it's worth it, I think. Limiting the Terrorgeist is too useful. Yeah, my archery club asked me to paint some stuff, and it's like, well, I haven't, just to let you know, I haven't really painted in like 2 years. And they go, no, that's fine, you know, take your time. However you paint it, I'm sure will be fine. So that got me to dig out my painting stuff for the first time, yeah, in about 2 years. And I thought, you know, as I'm painting, I'll reread my army books, because I already had a few of them. And I started rereading them, and it's like, I wonder, is there a Warhammer Fantasy tabletop sim mod? And there is, and it's really comprehensive. Funny how that works. I remember you getting into archery a while back, and now this has dug up another hobby. Yeah, archery's been really good for me. Did they ask you because they knew you had experience? Yes. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, because I've been talking to a few of the people about 3D printing and models and stuff. So yeah, they knew that I had experience with it, but I don't think they knew I hadn't painted in a couple of years. Anyway. Alright, so vampires get the first turn. My headset's just turned off. That's fine, there really isn't much sound. I'll just keep them on just for the noise cancelling, but... apologies about the lack of sound. Actually, I think I do have streamable music. It's going to get it flagged, but it's fine. Do I? No, I don't. I used to have streamable music as a playlist. Sorry, give me a sec, guys. No, I'd need to use a sound cable. Nope, it's fine. I'll just play. Quiet me just talking to myself. It's basically I've been playing. Well, I've been playing it with music, but you know, copyright and stuff, so I can't. But that's fine. So vampires go first. So I'll put that there to show it's their turn. And a quick reference guide so that I can see. Alright, start of the thing. Movement phase. Anyone within charging distance. I highly doubt it. The Black Knights have a movement. Excuse me, a movement of 7. Nope, they're not within charging, which is 7 plus 2d6. But if I move forward the full 7... that's going to be difficult. Do they have Swift Stride? Spectral Steeds, they do have Swift Stride. What's Spectral Steeds? Black Knight, here we are. Spectral Steeds gains ethereal for the purposes of movement. Interesting. Doesn't suffer the movement penalty for being barded. Also interesting. So that means they get an extra inch. Although, that said, they don't get the extra inch because my vampire is with them. And he doesn't have spectral. My vampire here. is on a nightmare, not a spectral steed. What is the barbed nightmare? Because I've been playing with a different army each one. They're all the different rules. I don't know. Special units. No. Nightmare. Here we are. It's just a horse. Probably could have guessed that, really. Sorry, let me just remind myself about the vampire rules. So there's undead, vampiric, and the hunger. Unbreakable, unstable, and cause fear. Can't march unless they're within 12 inches of the army general or have vampiric. So these guys can march because that's my general. And it can only elect hold. Vampiric. Is it just him who's vampiric? I don't think they're vampiric. I think they're undead, aren't they? Yeah, they are. But they do have killing blow. Never suffer wounds because of a destroyed general unless they've joined a non-vampiric unit. Okay, well the only vampire I have in the army is the general, so that doesn't matter. When this character kills one or more models in close combat, roll a d6 at the end. On a 6 they recover a single wound. That's the hunger. Okay. Anything else I need to know? I'll deal with the Terrorgeist when I get to him. Spectral Steeds I know about. Killing Blow I believe I know. I will just double check that. A 6 to wound automatically slays the opponent regardless of number of remaining wounds. Good to know. Anything else I need to know about? Swift Stride. Good. Good. Yeah, okay. I think that's all fine then. So, the Terrorgeist. I never promised this would be a quick thing. Once I know the rules, I can then use them pretty quickly, but of course need to look up each one. Do I have Infested? I don't believe I do. I do not have Infested. I've got Death Shriek, Large Target, Thunder Stomp. They're the three I don't know. Large Target and Thunder Stomp. Death Shriek, special attack, used in the shooting phase. I'll leave that then until shooting phase. Cannot claim modifiers for obstacles because they're so big. And Thunder Stomp is just a stomp. More powerful stomp. Cool. Alright. You guys march. Oh, you can't march, but move forward. Oh, he's my spellcaster as well. Yeah, I might have made a mistake then putting him all the way over there. Alright, Terrorgeist, I want you to just go straight for... let's move a bit further away so you're not on that. Straight for the Warp Lightning Cannon, because if that bloody one-shots the Terrorgeist, the vampire counts are as good as done. But we shall see. That's all. No shooting. Oh no, there's the Death Shriek. 8 inches range. No, not even slightly. Alright, cool. I'll leave that there for next time then. Save for that. Magic Phase. 4 power dice. 2 dispel. Channel for the vampires. Nope. Channel for the Skaven. Nope. Okay. Let me pull up my spells. Invocation of Nehek isn't necessary. Wind of Death, though, could be really funny. Magical Vortex uses a small round template. Nominates the direction in which the Wind of Death will move. Is there a range on this? It doesn't say. It says it just seems to be you place it. That's a good question. Magic Vortex. Okay, so you place it in contact with the caster. So that is actually not any use because he's way too far away. Oh, God, sorry. Press space. He's way too far away from anything to use it. How far does the Wind of Death move? Then again, 3 times the artillery dice, so it's anywhere from 6 to 30. How far? Yeah, screw it. It'll be funny. Alright, 4 dice, because it's going to be very hard to dispel. To be honest, it's going to be hard to cast. 4 dice. No, we'll just go with the basic casting. I can't reach 25 on this, so 15 plus. Oops, sorry. Did I just... Oh, wow. I didn't know that was a thing. Because, like, I know you could press R to roll it in the air, but that doesn't always do it reliably. It sometimes just sort of throws them into the air. But pressing E just rolls them without having to roll them. I did not know that was a thing, but I'm still going to roll them just for the fun of it. 13 plus the 2 for the level is 15. It is just cast. So, yeah. You're going to try and dispel. Good luck. They failed miserably. Wind of Death gets cast. So it gets placed touching. To determine the movement, it's artillery dice. Yeah, that's the only one you can't read when it's cocked because it's not sort of set up. Oh no! If the result on the artillery dice is a misfire, place the template on the caster. Roll a scatter and a d6. Oh no! If a hit is rolled, use the small arrow. That way. Moves number of inches equal to the d6. So 3 inches. So it's right there, and then it moves 3 inches that way. Oh, that... I'm going to say that just clears them. Like it's just over the edge of the base? No. I'm going to say that hits that one. That's really unlucky. Oh, hang on. It's irrelevant anyway. Any model... any unit beneath or passed over takes d6 strength 3 hits, so they take the hits regardless of where it actually lands. Okay, so d6 strength 3 hits, 4 strength 3 hits. They are toughness 4, so 5s to wound. Oh my god. Okay, 3 wounds. Bloody unlucky. This is strength. Oh, hang on. Takes D6 strength 3 hits for each rank of models in the unit. So there are 2 ranks here, because that's an incomplete rank. So it's actually 2d6. Hang on, I'm confused. It should have been the same. It was 4, wasn't it? The other one. I mean, this one was also 4. So I'm going to roll another 4. Because it's two ranks. Oh my... That is so unlucky. Look at that! 3 6s and 4 5s. That's crazy on 8 dice. All right. So yeah, all of these are wounds. It's strength 3, so they do get their full armor, which is 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, 3. 3 plus armor save, because they're heavily armored knights. 1, 2, 3 fails, so they take 3 wounds. They have 1 wound each, so the Black Knights, because of their vampire's spell, immediately lose 3 guys. That is incredibly unlucky. Oh no. Hey Teddy, the vampires have just decimated their own bloody unit. Actually, do they need to take a panic test? They're unbreakable, so no they don't. Yeah, the vampires just screwed themselves. Yeah, he cast the Wind of Death and rolled a misfire, so it hit his own unit, basically. The most powerful spell he can cast, and it hit his own unit. And then rolled really well. Okay. Well, that's the magic phase done. Skaven are quite happy they didn't manage to dispel it now. Shooting, there's no shooting. Close combat, there's no close combat. Over to the Skaven turn. How far away are these guys? They are 18, not even slightly going to be able to charge that. How quick are they? 5? What's the range on the slaves? 18 inches. Multiple shots. God, they're not going to be able to hit a bloody thing, are they? Skaven slaves. Useless. Alright. Oh god, because of the way I've positioned them, they can't even... Alright, I'm going to make a reform. I'm going to reform them like so. Oh, bugger. Yeah, it's broken the thing. I did this slightly wrong, so I'm just going to have to live with it. And I'll deal with it as and when. Awkward, but whatever. These guys are going to move forward 5. Can they rotate? They can, but then they'd be subject to stupidity. What's the range on the mortar? 24. Yeah, they're within range. Indirect fire is double scatter. Can use parents' line of sight if within 3 inches. Yeah, they have line of sight. Brilliant. Warp fire thrower, I believe, is a fire or move weapon. Move or fire, yeah, but can pivot. Yeah, they're right in the bloody way there. Alright, so they were like... I can't remember where they were. No. Alright, I'm going to have to stick with it because I can't remember where they were. The Plague Monks are just going to stay there. And... yeah, this is... I feel I've badly scuppered the deployment of these guys. They're just all falling over each other. It's the big problem I've had with the Skaven, that I seem to deploy them so badly that they just get in each other's ways all the time. Skaven are my favourite, by the way. I have no idea how to play them. Magic. Nine. And 5. Channeling for Skaven. Channeling for vampires. Oh no, right, pressing E doesn't roll them, it goes between the numbers. Okay. So now I am going to have to roll it normally. Alright, channeling for vampires. No. Okay. Skaven magic. Warp lightning. I mean, these are much simpler spells. There's a blasty, and there's a stop flying things. You can probably cast both. Flying things is more important, so... let's see, I've got 9 and he's got 5. So if I go with 4 dice... Howling Warp Gale, 7+. Uh, 13 plus 2, so 15. Can you beat 15? He's going to roll 3 because he suspects there's going to be a second spell coming. No, can't beat 15. Damn. Probably should have committed more to that then. So we now have Howling Warp Gale in effect. Yeah. So the only thing it does is no flight, because there is no shooting in the vampire army. Vampires can't shoot. Well, no, in fact. Second spell. Where is me caster, by the way? There he is. Nope. Where's me caster? There he is. Can he see anything to shoot? He can just about see those skeletons. So we're going to go with Warp Lightning with 4 as well. 6+ to cast. 17. The only chance he has of dispelling this is if he gets an irresistible, which he did not. Magic missile, range of 24. Probably should have checked the range. No, it's fine, we're all within range. D6, strength 5 hits, so 3 strength 5 hits. This is going to shred some skeletons. Strength 5 versus toughness 3, which I believe is a 2+ to wound, but I will just double check. Yeah, 2+ to wound. 2 wounds. That's unlucky. Boom. Boom. Oh, Hamlet, 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 the vampire army has taken the city. The second round of this is going to be a pass battle, but then the third round is going to be a watchtower. Like the final is going to be the two armies fighting over a watchtower in the middle. It's going to be really fun. But I'd love to do like a city defense or a city attack in the next tournament. Which I'm already planning, by the way. Just because I'm really enjoying this. Is there anything else I need to know about these undead? I'm fairly sure undead just like unbreakable means they never need to worry about anything. Unbreakable, unstable. Let's have a quick look at unstable. Unbreakable is immune psychology, passes break tests no matter the odds. Pass all panic, fear, and terror tests. Unstable is just for combat. Alright, cool. So yeah, they're really durable at being shot. That's the magic phase done. Shooting. I don't believe they're in range for the Skaven slaves. They are not. But they are within range of the poison wind mortar. Which can actually also use the line of sight poison. Where's the poison wind mortar? Let's go through this. Weapon team. Poison wind mortar. Poison wind mortar, by the way, is one of my favourite Skaven models. Look at it. It's so cool. Stone thrower with the following exceptions: may move and fire, can fire at any visible target. So it's a 3-inch thing. What can you actually see? You can just see in there, can't you? So can you see right there? Oh, you can, you beautiful Skaven. I wouldn't have thought undead would be affected by poisons. Yeah, it could be like it might not be actual sort of poisoned as in toxic. It might be like corrosive, so it might dissolve their bones or something. You know, the assumption is they bring something which will affect their targets. Remind me how stone throwers work. Scatter, firing a stone thrower. Oh, hang on. Yes, Skaven are rat people. Look at them, aren't they cute? Got that model as well. Look at them, rat people. They're really evil, sort of cartoonish rat people. Like this one's got a flamethrower. And their technology is based on this this giant green rock here. It's called warpstone, which is basically physical magic, and that powers. Oh, I forgot to do this. The wounds on these things. Completely forgot to do that. 4 wounds. Anyone else have more than 1 wound? The warlock has 2. And the chieftain has 2. Which means I probably didn't do them over here. I didn't. Silly me. The vampire has 2. Wow, he doesn't have many wounds. I thought the vampire had more than that. I suppose I didn't buff him for that. I buffed his magic. I didn't buff his wounds. That was probably my mistake. And the Terrorgeist has 6 wounds. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, look at this thing. That's It's like a undead bat monster. Really cool model. Yeah, so the Skaven use this like physical magic as a power source for some really cartoonish things. So this thing shoots bolts of magic lightning. And this thing shoots green fire and shoot these little orbs of gas. Great fun. Where was I? Stone thrower. Oh yeah, I was checking if that was within range. It is. I tried to get into 40k a while ago, but I lost contact with all the people I knew who played. Warhammer in general seems like an interesting game if you can find the right people to play with. I've always been historically really, really bad at this game. Like, I used to play 40k back in secondary school, and I was terrible. I ran the Warhammer club, and I could not win a single bloody match. And then fantasy is something I have been into for years, but no one I knew played it. So I briefly, while I was at uni, I briefly went to the Warhammer store in my city, and they taught me the very, very basics. But then I still couldn't, I had no one to play with. So after, that was around the time that Age of Sigmar happened. And it's just like, you know what? Fuck Age of Sigmar. Controversial, perhaps. I don't know if that's controversial, but to be honest, I don't know that much about Age of Sigmar. I learned the very basics and it's of what sort of how it differed, and it's like, I hate this. So I wasn't interested in learning more. Maybe it's better than I think it is, but I don't really care. Right, scatter. Artillery dice and a scatter dice. So yeah, being able to play this. Oh, a hit and a misfire. That's unlucky. Oh no. What happens if you roll a misfire? Oh no. Should a misfire be rolled? Consult the chart. Roll a d6. 1. Oh no. Uh-oh. They're in trouble because the poison wind mortar has just exploded. Oh my god. Oh, everybody's fucking up, aren't they? Foomph. Place the large round template on the weapon team. Models touched by the blaster wounded on a 4+ with no armor saves allowed. The mortar is then removed. So that's on 2 of them, so 4+. Yep, 2 dead. 1, 2. And then the mortar's gone. The mortar's one of my favourite models in the Skaven army, I say. I mean, it's not. Well, it is. It is in that it's a fantastic model, but Skaven army is mostly fantastic models. Like the Doom Wheel, and actually, just because I can't resist, I have to show you my favourite model in all of Warhammer, which is a Skaven model. Yes! Good memory. What are you? Also, this is another one of my favourites, just grabbing that while it's here. This one is my favourite model in the entire game. The Screaming Bell. It's a bell tower that a little rat mage rides into battle. It's so cool. I love it. Just like an ogre pulling the bell is so cool. And the Doom Wheel is a guy in there, a rat in there, driving this hamster wheel vehicle powered by an engine on the back. But run, it's a little bit hard to see. You can just about make them out. It's got like hundreds of tiny rats running around the wheel to make it move. So this thing actually powers the weapons, but the rats make it move. It's so cool. Just the inventiveness and the beautiful, beautiful models. And I have both of those models and I haven't painted them yet, but I should. Anyway. So yeah, I assume if I roll a thingy... Yes, so if you roll a misfire, it doesn't fire. So that's done. No shooting here, no shooting here. That's all for the shooting. No close combat. We're into turn 2. Back over to the vampires. First things first. Charges. 18. They have a move of 7, so I need to roll 11 on 2 dice. They were expecting the plague monks to move, but of course, why the hell would they when they're about to be charged? So they're going to try it. They have swift stride, so they get to roll 3 dice and use the best 2. And they need 11. No. They failed it. So get rid of that one. So they just stumble 6 inches forwards. And now they're right back under their own thing. Oh, God, I didn't expect the vampires to damage themselves this much. So no charge there. Howling Warp Gale is in effect, so the Terror guys can't even slightly make it there. These guys are just going to keep moving forwards. 4 inches. 4 inches. I may not talk too much today. I'm trying to plan a tabletop campaign at the same time. Ah, cool. Well, if you want to talk about that, by all means, go ahead. I'd love to hear about it. This is super informal for me. That I am just playing this because I would literally be playing it anyway. Right, so hang on. Let me just quickly... Can I just increase the lift height on this? Lift height. Where is the footprint? Oh, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to say these central ones are all in this venom thicket. So there's 1, 2, 3, Tor, Tai, Tix, Tevin, Tate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where are the other 2? There they are. So difficult terrain check. Miraculously, they all survive. Okay. 8 people walk into a venom thicket, and none of them get hurt. Oh, hey, Ranta. Here to lurk, at least lurk as promised. Was woken up by both roommates calling me. Apparently my Cherokee's driver door isn't closing. You and your Cherokee. I'm nearing the end of my first stint of online game shows. I'm actually in the final 4 on 2, and they're some of the most notable ones I've done so far. Brilliant, Corlinium. The Venom Thicket start thing sounds like the start of a joke. Yeah, because when you set terrain, you can have it as like a random effect. So these Abyssal Wood, Venom Thicket, and Fungus Forest I rolled for, and this is what they are, and it's like, I'm just going to use it for all of them. So we also have a Wizard Tower that empowers spellcasters within 3 inches, and a Weirding Well that you can drink from for a variety of effects. So far, I'm hating this terrain, because having the trees like this, the Venom Thicket right in the middle of the thing, basically just says you have to skirt around it or just risk all your units dying. Anyway. What is the Terrorgeist movement? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's really slow on foot. If he could have flown over the Weirding Well like he was planning to, he could be at the... Oh, the warp cannon didn't fire. I'm going to have to fire the warp cannon. That's... I completely forgot to fire the warp cannon. It's literally the bloody point of it existing. So I'm gonna do that now, because he's gonna fire at the Terror guys, so nothing will have changed if I succeed. Oh, also I have the warp engineer. I didn't give him a gun, never mind. Right, so this fires. It's within range. How does this thing fire? You see, that's the big advantage of playing against myself. Sorry, every time I say that, I have to stop myself from saying this, the advantage of playing with myself. That I can change things and make tweaks to know better. Right, so this... How does this work? You place where you're aiming. Right, so I'm actually going to have to move him back because this might affect it. I think it was about there. So I'm going to aim there. Yeah, I did seriously consider calling the stream Garen Plays With Himself, but I thought that might be a bad idea. Choose target. Fire. So roll artillery. I feel like Skier would tell me off if they were here now. Oh no! So, going straight through here, 34. Oh, it's bloody overshot. Okay. So it goes, and then bounces further, but irrelevant because it's missed. Alright, I'll move that back to where it was then. It was about 3.8. So yeah, that's about there. Alright, cool. We're back to where we were. I'll try and remember about that next time. Any more movement? No more movement. Magic. Oh, that's terrible. Vampire channeling. Skaven channeling. No. Channeling is so ridiculous. I don't even know what's even in it. I suppose the point is if you have lots of wizards, it increases your chances, but it's... God. Like, the only channeling I've ever done is when I've been rolling with the wrong side's dice. Take that however you will. Right, what spells are you casting? Oh, damn, hang on. We've got to deal with the Wind of Death, which is about to decimate my own unit again. In subsequent turns, it'll move a number of inches determined by artillery dice in a random direction. I don't actually know when you do these. Let me look that up. At the end of each subsequent magical phase. Okay. Glad I looked that up because I thought it was at the beginning. Ah! Invocation of Nehek is actually something he can totally do right now. So let's see. He's just going to use all 4 of his magic dice on this. His power dice. Invocation of Nehek. all within 18 inches. Sorry, 6 inches. There's no point improving it to 18 plus. So a 6 plus to cast. Oh! I would not have believed that if I had not just done it. Oh no. Well, Invocation of Nehek is cast with Irresistible Force. So that's, that's good. The downside is it is going to miscast, so it's entirely possible the entire unit will get sucked into a void. But we'll find that out after I do Invocation of Nehek. So, Augment spell immediately gains a number of wounds as follows. Other troop types gain 1 plus the caster's level in wounds, so they gain 3 wounds back. Plus D3 for the Dark Acolytes that I bought. Which I'll just remind myself if it has any specific bits. Oh no, it adds D3 to the casting. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Yes, it is raining. You can. This mod is so cool. You can make it rain as much as you want. Look. You can also make it snow. I mean, you can't see the snow for the rain. It's snowing. Blizzard. And fog. I don't know what this one does. I think it's a slow activating effect. Yeah, there we are. So let's put this. Actually, you can make the rain audible. Let me just put my headphones on a second. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice and atmospheric, isn't it? Right. Yeah, that's let's deal with this then, shall we? Invocation of Nehek. So, wounds are distributed as described in Resurrecting Fallen Warriors. Where is that? Resurrecting Fallen Warriors, here we are. Strict order, yeah. Alright, so yeah, they regain 3. So that's actually all of their knights. They get all of their knights back. Alright, let me just increase this for a sec. Let's get that out the way. This is the advantage of vampire counts. That they can come back. They're, them and Tomb Kings. This is what happened with the Tomb Kings. The ogres fired off a devastating volley that tore a hole in the Tomb King's line. And then they just bloody resurrected them all back. So, yeah, undead. Hard to bloody kill off. Of course, they may all now explode. Because of the horrendous misfire. Not misfire. What's it called? Miscast. So, let's find out how dead they are. Basically, the lower the roll on this, the worse. So let's see. 7. Oh! Oh, that's pretty bad. Detonation. Models in contact with the wizard take a strength 10 hit. The wizard is right there. So 1, 2, 3. Take a strength 10 hit. But not the wizard. So that includes the standard bearer, a normal one, and the champion. How does this work if it specifies the models? Let me just look this up, because this could have an impact. Remove casualties. No, that didn't help. It's not even remove casualties. Like, one of the biggest issues I've had with Warhammer with learning this is that the Warhammer rulebook is laid out terribly. Like, virtually everything in the rulebook is not in the area of the rulebook you think it should be. It'll be like, this causes a panic test as described with leadership test, and you go to leadership and it says this causes a panic test as described in shooting, so then you go to shooting and it's there, and it's like, why is it there? It's crazy. Hang on a sec. Right, so standard bearer. Alright, so the standard bearer will be replaced because someone else picks it up, whereas the champion will not, because the champion is a different profile. That's basically what I thought, but I did want to double check. Okay, so we'll do the two who are the normal profile first. So strength 10 hit. Toughness 4, so it's a 2+. Wow, one of them actually survived. One didn't. And now the champion, same thing, 2+. Yeah, he's completely flucked, because there's no way you could get an armor save off a strength 10 hit. Alright, let's move him to fill the gap. Like, I understand the issue of you don't want to just spend all your time reprinting rules and have the same rules listed 20 times in the book, but when everything in the book points you to another part of the book, that's just, at this point, you know, you spent so much writing in space saying go to here to read the rules, you may as well just reprint the bloody rules and save everybody time. But that's just my personal opinion. For the campaign I'm planning, I'm currently coming up with NPC party members because I'm DMing for only 2 players. It's proving surprisingly difficult. Is there anything we can help with? Any sort of roles or characters you're after? Right, so that's the end of that. That actually could have been a lot worse. But of course, now we're going to have to deal with the wind, aren't we? Move a number of inches determined by rolling an artillery dice in a random direction determined by rolling a scatter dice. Misfire. If a misfire is rolled, it dissipates and is removed. That is the luckiest thing that could possibly have happened there. Meaning he doesn't get killed by his own wind a second turn in a row. I think things are turning around now. Oh, I probably... Hang on. This is not a remain in play, is it? No, it's not. Okay, until the next magic phase. Alright. Yeah. Things might be turning around for the vampires now. Of course, we are only getting started. Right. So that's magic phase. Shooting. This thing's still not within reach. So no shooting, no combat. Skaven turn 2. How far are these? 12. So 13 because it's over 12. So they'd need to roll 8 on 2d6. They are going to try. Because if they can get into combat and scupper their ability to charge, that'll do a great deal to help. 5. No, they failed it. Alright. So they are 100% getting charged next round. Because they are within... They're within minimum charge distance. So yeah, they are screwed. So I'm just going to prepare for their inevitable demise, I guess. Anyone else charging? 12. So 7 on 2 dice. Yeah, okay. Do that then. Be, you know, take a risk. Yeah, they made it. Because the thing with undead is you need to grind them down in melee. So, however, we are charging through a venom thicket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, is the champion in here? Yes. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I'm going to say 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is going to hurt, I think. But if anyone is going to charge through a venom thicket, it's going to be clam rats or Skaven slaves. 10. Alright, so I'll roll this and then another 9. Miraculously, no one was harmed in the making of this venom thicket. Seriously, 1 wound. Out of all of the clan rats that just charged through there, 1 got taken down by poison. However, I do have to roll for the champion separately. Fucking classic. Champion's dead. And 1 moves up. And I have to roll for the Warlock Engineer. Oh, come on. We suffered 3 wounds going through the venom thicket. The champion, the warlock, and 1 pleb. Out of 22 rolls. But yeah, like, it is genuinely the thing of Skaven to throw themselves into this sort of situation where they're going through venom thickets. Because, yeah, they're irrelevant. Skaven are so numerous and so cheap that it doesn't matter if a few fall to poison. It matters if your leaders do, like what almost just happened. But, yeah. What else are we dealing with? The slaves, I feel like they're going to get a... Ah, so they've now moved, so I'm going to be able to shoot. Are the back ones in range? The back ones aren't in fucking range. Come on! Thing is, Skaven slaves have such a poor chance of hitting. Is it worth moving forward? No, it's literally not. Because they're going to suffer a penalty for multiple shots anyway. Alright. I'll just stay there then. Here, let me just check the template. Not quite in range. Let's move to there. Actually, no. I'm going to be sensible here. I don't know if they can pivot like that. What are they counted as? I don't actually know what they're counted as. Infantry. Nope, that's the clan rat. But weapon teams are also counted as infantry. Okay, never mind. Guess not. All right. And that's one move, and then I'm going to march 2 more inches, and then begin to pivot round. The idea being, the knights are going to take out the plague monks, and the warp fire thrower is going to burn what's left. Is the plan. And these guys are going to move forward. And then march 1, 2. And they're going to charge what's left. Actually, no. I'm going to... Yeah, no, I'll stay like that, because they can charge over, like, here if they get bogged down in combat, which they might well do. And yeah, that's all the movement. Shooting. Okay, time to roll bloody 20 dice for the Skaven slaves shooting. So I will do that one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only shooting the ones that have a clear line of sight. 7. I miscounted there, didn't I? Yeah, that one is going over the base. Oh, maybe? Can that draw a line of... Yeah, that can miss the forest but still hit the base, so that one's fine. But that one cannot. And these ones, I believe, are out of range. Even the closest ones are out of range. Just. But it's only an 18... Oh, hang on, they're going to get like a -2 anyway. I probably should have just moved them, frankly. I mean, I haven't shot anything yet. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to move them. Just move them up to there. Yep, they're all in range now. So the reason I was hesitant was they're terrible. They're so bad at shooting. By default, they need a 5+. If I use multiple shots, they're going to need a 6+. If I have them outside of their maximum, outside of half range, they're going to need a 7+. And if they're going through the soft cover, they're going to need 8+. So 8+ means a 6 followed by a 5 just to hit with one. So screw it. I'm just going to... Oh, press space again. So I'm just going to throw everything at them and we're going to see what happens. So we have 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Was it 7 on the front row? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So 14, I'll roll them 7 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are hitting on a 5, long range a 6, multiple shots 7. So these are hitting on a 7. So a 6 followed by a 4. Zero. Multiple shots, they get 2 each. 1. I'm going to use a counter for this because I'm going to have to bloody remember it. So that was the first 7, and the next 7. Nope. Nope. Frickin' 28 shots and they got 1 hit. Crazy bad. And now the other 6 guys have a further -1. So they're hitting on a 6 followed by a 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Where are my other dice? Where have my other dice gone? Oh, they're there. I'm blind. How many arseholes have they got over there? I think they have 1 each. Oh, you mean... yeah, these are blocks of 31 skeletons. We've got 20 Skaven slaves. We have 30 clan rats, 27 storm vermin, and 25 plague monks. They're a horde army, obviously. Right, so these ones are a 6 and then a 5. Nope. 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 Last ones. Oh, 2. Nope, that didn't roll properly. Nope. Fucking astounding. 40 shots, 1 hit. Stupid. I thought they were worth it. They're not. I didn't realise they were so short range. Strength 3 hit, so I mean the plus side is a 4+ to wound. Fucking grand. Grand! Thank you, Skaven slaves. You were totally worth the cost. How much were they? 50 points. 50 points for this useless unit that has done nothing. To put that in context, the vampire alone was 185 points. Anyway, no shooting from that, but me warp fire thrower, it's not a warp fire thrower, sorry, my warp lightning cannon is shooting again. Scatter dice. Artillery dice. No, sorry, it's just an artillery dice for a cannon. Don't roll misfire. Oh! Oh no! Yeah, they're throwing stones from a sling. They're I understand that they're terrible, but I just thought that many shots, something would happen. It's just not the case. Yeah, we've got another misfire. This is bad. This is very bad. If a misfire is the result of the initial throw, roll on the warp lightning misfire chart. Okay, D6 then. Higher is better in this one. 4. Energy overload. Roll the scatter and turn the cannon to face the direction rolled. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Resolve a shot at strength 10. It bounces 4d6 in a straight line, and the large template is used at the furthest range. Oh, that's so bad. 4d6. 19. Oh, it's so far away, nothing happens. Oh, that could have been bad. God, imagine if that had gone to there. That's what I was dreading. It's like, imagine if that just goes over and just purely by frickin' chance it spins around and blasts my best unit. But it didn't. It's just so far out of range. Just not going to happen. So here's the thing with the Skaven. Virtually everything in the Skaven army has a misfire chance. And the number of misfires I've rolled in this game, astounding. The cannon operator was so angry at the sling units, he felt the need to threaten them. That would like land here. Just a guarantee that at least half these Skaven slaves would just piss themselves. Like, and for the record, Skaven pissing themselves is canonical. It's called the Musk of Fear. And yeah, it is just them pissing themselves. So yeah, entirely likely that these Skavens are at least musking the hell out of themselves right now. Okay, well that's the shooting done. Now we go into combat. So I'll bring these over here. One for the charge. Initiative. The Warlock Engineer is Initiative 4. The Clan Rats are Initiative 4. The Skeletons are Initiative 2. So the Skaven are up first. And they have... Oh, I thought I gave them spears. I didn't. That's my mistake. Should have done that. Alright. So, I'll do the engineer first. So he has 1 attack. Weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 2, which I believe is a 3+. Yes, 3+. Yep. Lands a hit. Strength 3 versus toughness 3 is a 4+ to wound. Actually, before I go on, does the Skeleton Warrior want to declare a challenge? Yeah, actually, scrap this then. He's declaring a challenge. Actually, no, I may as well just use... whatever. Yeah, I'll redo it because they're having a challenge. Sorry, should have done that before I started rolling, but that's on me. But again, I'm just playing with myself, so I make the rules. Don't take that out of context. Did I give them champions? I did. Okay. So we'll do that fight first, so I'll just redo that. 1 attack. 3+ to hit. Alright, no, I remember that it hit, so that's fine. I didn't see what I rolled to wound, so I'll just remember that it hit, and it's a 4+ to wound. Okay, no wound. And the Skeleton Champion is, he has 2 attacks. And he has weapon skill 2 versus weapon skill 3, which I believe is a 4+. Yes? Yeah, 4+. No, he fucked it as well. Alright. No wounds on either side. I don't know why he accepted the challenge. I don't know why... Yeah, why the hell did he accept the challenge? He shouldn't have done that. He should have let the claw leader handle it. But, oh well. Nothing came of it anyway. But Skaven fighting now. Okay, so how many do we have? Oh no, the claw leader's dead. Never mind, that's okay. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 2, so 3 plus. 1, 2, 3, Tor, Toy, Tix, Tevin, Tate. Not bad at all. Strength 3. Toughness 3, so 3's to wound. 4's to wound, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, the skeletons are wearing light armor and carrying a shield. So they get a 5 plus. I've already forgotten how many it was. I completely forgot how many it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I just looked on the YouTube stream. It's an advantage of having the YouTube stream on that I can... Yeah, 5. Alright, so they have a 5 plus save. Wow. 1 save. And they also get a 6 plus parry save for the shield. Wow, 2 of them parried. Bloody hell, that's unlikely. Alright. 2 more wounds. Or 2 wounds in general. First wounds of the melee. And now it is their chance to... They have fear. Oh, God, I forgot that. They cause fear. Alright, let's roll for bloody leadership. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're rolling on a 9 at least. Oh. Bloody unlikely. And bloody unlucky as well. I completely forgot about fear. I knew it was going to be an issue. Yeah, all models in the unit have their weapon skill reduced to 1. Oh, can't believe it. Alright, let's redo those bloody Skaven attacks then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, weapon skill 1 versus weapon skill 2. So it's a 4 plus and a 4 to hit instead of a 3 to hit. 1, 2, 3. I did warn in the description that I'd make lots of mistakes. I'm learning, you know. The other thing, the biggest issue with playing like a different army each game is you have to memorize each of the army's special rules. So I completely forgot how the undead thing worked. Right, 3 hits, so these are 4s to wound. 2 wounds. And they get a 5 plus save, armor save. 1 save. And they get a 6 plus parry. No. So there's still 1 wound. There we are. Okay. Anyway, as we were, it is now the skeletons' chance to fight back. And they are... I thought they were wielding spears. Are they Alright, the clan rats definitely aren't, but the skeletons are. So they get an extra row. So they have 1, 2... no difference other than number of attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 attacks, because spears allow them to attack from an extra row. Alright, let me just double check this, because my notes say not when charged, but I think that means not when on the charge. Yeah, it does not apply on a turn in which the model charged. So, when being charged, you do get the extra rank. So it was 16, and I'm rolling 8 twice. So they have weapon skill 2 against weapon skill 1. So 3s. One, two, three, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits. 4s to wound. This is going to hurt the clan rats a lot more than it hurt the skeletons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, not that bad, but still enough. 1, 2. Oh no, hang on, they get saves. They get saves. So they have... I think they have light armor. I'm not 100% certain. I think it's light armor. So that's 6 plus, and then they have shields. So 5 plus. One save. And then they get a 6 plus parry. Wow, again saved. Wow, actually, bloody a draw. Astounding. I believe they both have... Do they both have musicians? I might not have actually given musicians to the skeletons. I didn't! I didn't give musicians to the skeletons because I wanted the extra points. I can't believe that has actually cinched it, because they get an extra 1 each for the standard, and they both have standard bearer, but then I believe the musician tips the balance in the case of a draw. Let me just double check that. The musician... The side that has a musician in the front rank and wins a drawn in a drawn combat wins by 1 unless the opposing side also has a musician. So yeah, they do. They win. That is amazing that they have won. There's no chance the skeletons will run away, but because of unstable, they do lose an extra skeleton. That is actually amazing. I did not expect that, and I'm glad I remembered about musicians. Okay. That's all the combat. So we're into turn 3 for the vampires now. And they're going to be charging here. So they're just going to go straight in there. There's no point me rolling for it because they are within the minimum charge distance. Here, let's see, how far are they? 13. I don't think... Yeah, they're going to move a 4, so I'd need 9 on 2 dice. Or... they could flank charge. I think I'm just going to ignore the Skaven slaves. I really don't think that they pose any threat here. Yeah, so they're just going to flank charge. So they're within minimum distance. They get to make a 90-degree turn. So yeah, they just flank charge, and the thing's messing up again. Oh well, that is going to be nasty. Is this gone? Or is this still here? Did they cast it? I can't remember when they cast it. Did they cast it in the first turn? Did I do a magic phase? I didn't. I didn't do a magic phase for the Skaven. God damn. This is what happens if I don't check my quick reference guide. Just want to know if they've still got Howling Walk. Oh, fuck it. No, I'm going to say they haven't. It's too far gone now to bother going through that, because if it gets like a misfire, we already did the combat. I'm just going to say that didn't cast it for whatever reason. So how far is he actually? Can he charge? No. So he's going to move 10 forward. Get that Musketeer ready, guys. The Terrorgeist is coming. Yeah, I think that is it for the movement, because that's everything. Next is shooting. No, next is magic, Aaron. Pay attention. Six. And 5. Channel vampires. No. Channel Skaven. No. Okay, pull up my magic. I can't believe I forgot the magic phase. I feel so stupid. Right, let's go with another Invocation of Nehek, because he's in combat and I... Can he cast? No, I don't believe he can cast it. Magical Vortex when he's in combat. So let's go with the Invocation of Nehek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll 5. Risky. No, let's just roll 4. I don't want him to get another bloody miscast. 6 plus. No miscast. 17 plus D3. I've remembered now. So 17 plus 2, 19 total. So if I just put that to a 2. 19 on 5 dice. I mean, there's no reason for him not to throw everything into this. No, failed it. Okay. Invocation of Nehek goes through. D6 plus caster level. 5 plus caster level is 2, so 7. I mean, that's enough to bring back the 2. Oh no, sorry. The other targeted troop types gain 1 plus caster level, so I don't even know why I bothered rolling. But yeah, he gets his Black Knights back. Again. Oh no, but that's the champion. I don't think the champion... I don't know if the champion comes back. Can you resurrect the champion? Let me look that up. Ah, Firstly, the champion is resurrected. So yes, you specifically can. In fact, you specifically have to. Brilliant. The Black Knights are back up to full strength. Again. Yeah, cool. That's all they needed to do. Shooting. Still out of range. This Terrorgeist has done fuck all. I feel I'm misusing the Terrorgeist. I feel like... yeah, it's because it got grounded, isn't it? It would have been on this turn if he hadn't been grounded by Howling Warp Gale, which is the point of it. He literally took a spell to ground this one unit. Right. I guess combat. So let's do this combat first. This is going to hurt them. So they get 1 for the charge, 1 for the flank charge. But these guys still strike first because they are quicker. So, the skeleton is challenging, and the Warlock Engineer is refusing the challenge. Because why the hell would he try? Verminous Valor means that he doesn't get punished for it. He may not attack, but frankly, he's not built for fighting anyway, so... he just gets... oh god, it's bugging out. It's been doing this more recently. I think it's because I've started stitching stuff together. It messes with the... I can't pick him up, but he's there. You can see him there.
Hello.
Oh, what was that? Kieran Watson just subscribed. Thank you very much, Kieran. I appreciate that. Right, so how are they doing this? Put that back to where I was. Yeah, these clan rats are fucked, to put it lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are all going to go against that one. Oh, I remembered this time. Fear. I need to do a fear check. Verminous Valor. Yeah. The advantage of Verminous Valor means he's safe at the back, but they can still use his leadership, so it's still on a 9. Yeah, they passed that, so they are fine this round. Maybe they can actually do some damage. One can bloody hope. Right. Clan Rats. Weapon 3 versus weapon 2 means 3 pluses to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fours to wound. 1, 2, 3. And they get a 5+. Fucking hell. 2 saves. And they get a 6+ on the last. Okay. 1 wound. Good job, Skaven. You fought really well. And these guys do actually get an additional one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can fight the one to the side. 4, 6. Ah. Can you... I don't know if they get support strike to the side. have a look. Support attacks, according to the errata, support attacks cannot be made to the side. Let me just double check this. It says you can make a supporting attack if it's directly behind a model that is itself fighting in base contact. But they cannot be made to the side or rear. Okay. Also, these he couldn't have actually made a supporting attack because he has to attack him instead. Alright. That was a slight mistake on my part, but that's fine. So I'm going to say he's already attacked, even though he technically wouldn't have, so I've got 3 attacks to the side. Yeah, 3 attacks. These are 3+ to hit. 3 hits. 4+ to wound. 2 wounds. 5 plus. Oh, I didn't roll those properly. 5+ to save. Nope, they both failed. 6+ to parry. Nope, 2 more wounds. There you go. Now it is the skeleton's turn to bully the rats. So we'll do this unit first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are actually at a disadvantage this time because they're 2 versus 3, so 4. I think actually it is still a 4+. Yeah, it is still a 4+. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apologies if you can hear those cars outside. 5, 6, 7. 7 hits. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4+ to wound. 1, 2, 3. They get a 5+. 1 save. And they get a 6+. 2 wounds. Could have been worse, frankly. They are still going to lose, but could have been worse. Now this one, they don't get the spear bonus because they charged. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to add an extra 1 to make it 11. These are A 4+ to hit. Oh, that's really unlucky. 2. 2 hits. Four plus to wound. Very unlucky. That could have been so much worse for the Skaven. It is still pretty bad. They are probably still all going to die. Welcome back, Ranta. Sorry to hear your car is broken. I did see... Sorry, I saw that you called it the Jeep of Theseus. That's a cool way to refer to it, especially given how many problems you have with it. Right, so they get 1 each for their standards, but they still lose. So they need to take a break test on a -1. The issue being they do not get any bonuses for their rank because they are flanked, so they are disrupted. They are also not steadfast because they have fewer things. So Warlock Engineer is, oh god, so -1, so on a 4. They fail it. Alright, scurry away. Time for the Skaven to bugger off. They get add +1 to the distance they flee. And they flee 11 inches. That is going to be difficult to keep. Is there anything limiting their ability to follow? I don't believe there is. No, they can only hold, but they can still pursue. So there's no reason not to. So they have to beat 11. So I'll just put that. That's what they need to beat. This unit is going to pursue. And rolls a 5. Other unit is going to pursue. And rolls a 2. Okay. Let me just stick him back in the unit. Attach to the unit, please. I don't know why he's not. So they roll 11. Yeah, it's definitely this stapling stuff together. Where's he gone? It seems to break the stuff when I staple these things together. Why have I picked up a skeleton? Yeah, for some reason he's not attaching to it anymore. Yeah, that's weird, but okay. And then these pursue 5 and 2. Five. And 2. And, thinking about it, they're fleeing and pursuing through a venom thicket. I completely forgot about the venom thicket. They had poison attacks as well, and I just blanked on it entirely. What are you? I don't even know what poison attacks are. Yeah, I should have remembered that. That would have had an effect. Oh well. Shrug. But they are pursuing through. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say the whole unit -2. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I'm going to say 21. The end row is fine. Going a bit fast and loose with this, but the bloody thing's screwing up and I keep making mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, 21, so I'll roll this twice. Miraculously, everyone's fine. This venom thicket is the least dangerous venom thicket in the world. Ah, never mind. 1, 2... Apparently there's a third one? Oh yeah, there it is. 3 ordinary skeletons die to the venom thicket. And then I need to roll once more, this time for the champion. No, he's fine. And then the other one, everybody apart from the back row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So that's 25, so I'll roll 24 and then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll get rid of those. So roll these 3 times. 1, 2, 2 more die, and the champion is fine. So more skeletons died going through the venom thicket than fighting the Skaven. That's embarrassing. They were in the venom thicket, so they did technically flee through it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to say 10 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it's all of these, isn't it? And they're all normal because the champion's already dead. 1, 2 ones. So 2 more Skaven die to the venom thicket. Well, that was terrible. Time for another combat. Alright. Plague monks have initiative of 3, and the Black Knights have an initiative of 3. The vampire has an initiative of 6. So he is also going to challenge the champion, who will accept it. Sure. Why not? Skaven can be brave. So the vampire goes first. He has 4 attacks. And weapon skill 6 versus weapon skill 3. So I believe that's a 3+. 3+. 2 wounds. Skaven are more likely to be foolhardy than brave. Oh, they're actually really cunning, which is part of why they run away so much. He just has a normal hand weapon. I didn't give him anything because I ran out of points. So that was 2 wounds. Strength 5 against toughness 4, so 3s to wound. Sorry, 2 hits, not 2 wounds. 1 wound. And he has no save. So he's dead. Okay. Good effort, you plague monk knob. Hello. Oh. Pedicious just subscribed. Thank you. Welcome. Hello. Where was I? Alright, yeah, so that's the challenge. So good job, Vampire, you killed a Plague Monk. The Black Knights have an initiative of 3, the Plague Monks have an initiative of 3, so I'll go that one, then that one. So Vampires first. We have got 1, 2, the Champion, who is the same except has 1 more attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are they armed with? Hand weapons, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 3, so 4s. Wow, I'm surprised. But they also have Killing Blow, which I need to remember what that is. I think that's a roll of 6 to hit. No, there's a roll of 6 to wound, takes all their wounds, I think, or a roll of 6 to hit. Let's double check. Killing Blow. Roll of 6 to wound, slays the opponent regardless of armor, regeneration. Ward saves can be tried. Okay. So it doesn't have much of an impact against ordinary infantry. Gets rid of armor saves, but these guys I don't believe wear any armor. They just have slightly higher toughness. They also have Frenzy. Oh, they're Frenzy. So that means they had to have charged. I'm not doing well with remembering these basic rules, am I? Anyway. I'll deal with the Frenzy in a minute. Oh, I know what I can. So, did I roll to attack? I don't think I did I? I was counting the number of attacks. Yeah, there are so many rules. See, this is the hard thing about Warhammer. Like I said this earlier. Like, the basic rules of move, then magic, then shoot, then combat is easy. It's really easy, because there are a couple of simple charts, and that's easy. It's all of the little special rules. Like, the Plague Monks have Frenzy, Scurry Away, Strength in Numbers. Frenzy has, like, it means you must charge, and you get an extra attack in combat. So it has these, inside it is the special rule of extra attack, and it can be lost. So Frenzy is itself 3 things in 1. So it's tiered special rules, and if you miss any of them, it can have massive effects. So it's so awkward to remember everything. And yeah, you're right that I'm playing 2 armies at once, so I'm having to keep track of twice the number of rules as I normally would. But, oh god, it's so frustrating when I remember it, and it's like, could that have made a difference? And it's... Of course, then I fall back on, I don't care. I'm playing to learn, I'm not playing for in an actual tournament. This is just for me and my own benefit, so I don't care if I get rules. If I forget rules, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Did I roll to hit? Can anybody remember if I rolled to hit? I don't remember rolling to hit. I don't think I did. Wow, that's way back. Okay, my YouTube stream is... Oh, it's caught up, okay. I don't think I rolled to hit. Let me just... I got the 10 dice. At which point I went to look at the rules and realised I'd missed Frenzy. I think that's what happened. Sure. Alright, anyway. Oh yeah, because I went to look for Killing Blow, and then I went to look for their weapon skill and saw Frenzy. Right. So weapon skill 3 against 3, so 4s to hit. Is this all 10? It is, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 4s to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By the way, I really appreciate you guys being here to watch me fumble through this. It's nice. I appreciate it. Strength 4, toughness 4, falls to wound. One, 2 wounds. Could have been worse. Hang on. Charge, 2 wounds. Let me just double check. Yep, they have no armor save. They have no ward save. I just wish Skier was here. Even if the then combined Gremlin and GFRs would be a bit much. I don't think Skier has any interest in Warhammer as a thing. I don't actually know if Skier's ever sort of looked into Warhammer. Alright, now it's the... I was about to say it's the Gremlin's turn to fight back. That's not how it works. No, it's the... actually, the skeletons get... The skeleton steeds get an attack. They actually get to strike in combat. So it's only the front row that do. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So 4 of those. They have weapon skill of 2 versus 3, so they're hitting on 4s. 2 hits from the skeletal steeds. This represents the horses just like flailing their hooves. They have a strength of 3 versus a toughness of 4, so they're wounding on a 5. Nope, nothing at all. Time for the Plague Monks to strike back. And they get a lot of attacks. So they've got 1, to bring the words dead, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The front row actually get 3 attacks each. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they get 20 attacks in total. Weapon skill 3, weapon skill 3, so 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 hits is pretty good going. Yeah, I counted the wounds. 11 hits, strength 3. Toughness 4, so 5s to wound. 11. It was 11, wasn't it? I get very distracted very easily. I think it was 11. 5s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wounds. Could have been worse. But then again, they do still get their armor. Because they were only at 4 wounds. 4 wounds. I need to remember this better. 4 wounds. Strength 3. So they get heavy armor. So that's a 5+. Shield. Steed. So 3+. They saved them all. God damn. Okay. They lose. And now they take their check. God, that I can't believe they saved all the wounds. Plague Monk. Let me just double check. Frenzy. Immune to psychology. They do still have to take break tests. They retain their frenzy unless beaten in combat. Alright, so they have to take their check. At a -3. So they do get a +3, so they are taking it as a straight 5, but still, that's unlikely to pass. No, they failed it. Alright, they flee 8 inches. They are going to pursue, and because they're swift stride, I believe they get 3. I will just double check that. I think they get 3 and then use the best. Where the hell's swift stride? There it is. When fleeing and pursuing, roll 3. So they need to get 8. Or do they want to restrain? Yeah, actually, they're going to restrain. They're not going to try and run them down. They're going to restrain because they know they're just going to get flank charged if they do run them down. So they are going to restrain and combat reform. So that will be a leadership test on 2. So a 7. Which they fail. So what does that mean? Does that mean they have to run them down? If the test is failed, no amount of bellowing or bullying will be sufficient to keep them in order. They must pursue. Okay. I can't remember which of these dice were thingies, but I think they fled 8. So they're pursuing. Despite what the vampire wants. And they run them down. Oh no, sorry, get rid of 1. But yeah, they still run them down. This entire unit is wiped out. That is pretty fucking devastating. As these guys move 10 forward. Directly into the charge of the warp fire thrower. You see, this is the thing with Skaven. I feel that as terribly as that's gone, that combat has gone for the Skaven, I planned well here. It's like, yeah, they're probably going to get it wiped out, so just line the flamethrower up on them. But the flamethrower is now in the way of the storm vermin, which sucks. Okay. That's all the combat, isn't it? That was a pretty fucking devastating turn, wasn't it? Let me just turn my light on, hang on. Ooh. Okay, Skaven, turn 3. Oh, hang on, we need to take panic tests. Because a unit has just been wiped out, so they're within... he's there, so... He takes a leadership test on 9. He passes it. And now it's this unit. Also takes a test on 9. And also passes. They're fine. That could have been bad. Like, if they'd panicked, these would have panicked, and it would have just had this knock-on effect. Actually, hang on. They were within 6 inches. They should have taken a panic test. Which they would have failed. And they would have fled. Actually, yeah, I think they just... I think it's only a break test that they scatter. So they actually flee... 7. Forgot about that. Fleeing. Yeah, the Skaven are cowardly. I completely forgot about that before. But yes. Alright. Luckily, you know, these never cause a panic test because they're just slaves. Who cares? Okay, declaring a charge. 7 inches. Yeah, they're going to charge. Or are they? I'm on the fence now, because if they get charged, they can't get shot with the warp fire. Also this one. They're declaring a charge, definitely. So, I need to roll 3 on 2 dice. For the Terrorgeist. Yes. Ha ha! Get charged! And actually, I believe the Terrorgeist has terror. Shockingly enough, causes terror. When a unit is charged by a terror-causing creature, there is a chance that they will flee. If a terror-causing creature declares a charge, the target must take a panic test. So, Warp Cannon has a leadership of 7. Fails it miserably. And immediately, I'm expecting fleas off the table. Yeah, 5. Fucking hell. It's just gone. It's all over. But the murders... And no one's getting murdered but the Skaven. Okay. Bloody hell. Gonna have to make a decision here. Am I gonna charge or am I gonna shoot the warp fire thrower? You know, I've never used the warp fire thrower successfully. Every match I've used it in, both before playing on here and playing with the Skaven on here, I have literally never been able to fire it once. So I'm going to fire that warp fire thrower. So I'm just going to... did they abandon the cannon? Yes. If you abandon a war machine, yeah, the crew have buggered off, but they just left that behind. So just imagine the Terrorgeist is just like gnawing on it now. With his big snout, just... That's the sound of him gnawing on a warp fire on a warp lightning cannon. Alright, so they are ready to charge soon. Now I need to take some panic tests. They should have got his leadership, but they still roll pretty hard, didn't they? Anyway, yeah, try and rally. So they actually do use his leadership. They probably wouldn't have panicked if I'd remembered that, but... yep, they recover, which means they are no longer fleeing and can make a free reform. These guys get his... the Warlock Engineers leadership, which is 5, but they are too far away to use the Generals. And they fail. So they proceed to flee another 8 inches. Yeah, this isn't going well for the Skaven, is it? No, it is not, Garen. Oh dear. I love the Skaven. I don't know how to play them, evidently. Alright, magic. He's fleeing, so he can't cast spells. So I press space again. Shooting. They can't shoot because they reformed, but these can. Yes. Burn, you vampiric bastards. How do I fire this? like I said, never fired it before. Weapon team. Warp fire thrower. Place the flame template with the narrow end touching the barrel and the large end aimed at any target in line of sight. Roll the artillery. You move the template. If I'd known that, I probably would have been able to fucking fire this thing sooner. I thought it wasn't in range. Don't overshoot. Oh! Oh! Okay. Sure. Yeah. No. That's fine. What's the worst that can murder him? It's fine. 4. Fuel leak. Immediately roll 2d6 and the scatter dice to determine the direction the team runs before exploding. Fucking hell. He runs 7 inches that way. Well, it was very nice of you to move away from everybody. They will stop if they touch a unit or impassable terrain. They explode exactly. Place the large explosion over it. Yep. Fucking hell. They are useless, aren't they? Yep. Team's gone. They just run away and then explode. So that is both my weapon teams. The first time I fire them, they immediately explode. I can't, guys. I just can't. I'll just close that then, shall I? Alright. No melee. So, turn 4. Back to the vampires. I feel like this is gonna be a bad one. They are going to... Actually, any charges. I don't think you're within range. You're not in the front arc. Do monsters have to pivot? I still don't know the answer to this. Units that consist of a single model can pivot as many times as it wants over the course of its move with no penalty. Okay. Good. Fantastic. He's going to be charging then. But no, I don't actually think he can charge. Because it needs to... The way movement works is you charge before you move. So, like, he was facing that way and it's not within the front arc, so he can't actually see the enemy, I don't believe. See if I can just double check that, see if there's any additional information. Maybe my Terror Geist, who has done virtually nothing this entire game, can do something. Low models. When charging, a lone model must follow the normal charge rules, which do not allow pivots. Okay, so no. He can't charge it because he wasn't facing it at the beginning of the movement phase, but he can do his Death Shriek when the shooting phase comes around. These guys, 14, so a 10 on 2 dice is unlikely, but there is literally nothing really else for them to do, so I will go for it. Four. You failed it, but just march. It's literally your normal movement anyway, so that's what you probably would have just done. And these guys, are they within your front arc? They are. How far are they? 11 inches? I mean, sure, 7 on 2 dice is... Or 12 inches, 8 on 2 dice. Still possible. Yeah, they made their charge. Because it's 10 plus the 4 movement they have, so they can just charge over here. Ignore those skeletons that are clipping inside each other. Look, they're just really good friends. And these guys, ooh, I don't really know. They're in a very bad position there. They should have reformed. It's unlucky that they didn't. So, I guess they're just going to reform. Actually, yeah, they're just going to reform. And they're going to receive the charge that's going to come next round. Okay. Shooting. Actually, hang on, let me just put the counters out. Shooting. I get to use the Death Shriek. That's gonna be fun. How does this work? Special attack used against a single unit. A range of 8, needs line of sight. If the Terrorgeist is engaged in combat, roll 2d6 and add the number of wounds the Terrorgeist has left, which is 6. 2d6 plus 6. $13. For each point the result exceeds the target unit's leadership, the target unit suffers 1 wound. Okay, so 13. The leadership is 5, so they take 8 wounds. Do they get a save? No armor saves. So no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't grab him. Can you just scooty forward a little, mate? Yeah, that was pretty devastating. Frankly, that was nasty. I didn't do magic. I forgot magic again. I'm too excited to do the shooting. It's because in my mind, shooting comes before the magic, and I don't know why, but it just does in my head. Do I want to bother with magic? At this point, no. To be honest, because there's no healing needs doing, and I don't want to cast the bloody Wind of Death right in the middle of where my units are pincering, so no, not going to cast any spells. Instead, we will just skip to the combat phase. Skaven slaves. Literally the weakest, most worthless things in the entire Warhammer game. Initiative 4 versus Initiative 2. So the Skaven slaves actually get to fight first. Isn't that special for them? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 tits. Nope, hits. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just roll 2 7s. Where are my other 2 dice? There they are. Come here. They have weapons. Oh, fear. They have a leadership of 2, so they're going to fail this. They failed it, but only by 1. Wow, that's shocking. All right, weapon skill of 1 then against weapon skill of 3. 5+ to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Shocking that they got that many hits. 4+ to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. Seriously? Bloody hell. Let me just double check what Cornered Rats is before we go on, just in case it's something that changes the entire way this works. Break from combat specifically. Okay, that's fine then. Did I miss a 5 on that second roll? Okay, sure. I'll trust you then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go with 7 then. So they get armor of 5+. Nope, none of them. So they get parry of 6+. I can just hover over this and it says, look, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds because they managed to parry 2 of them. 5 wounds. I'm stunned that Skaven slaves have done this. Okay, now they turn to fight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because they charge, they don't get the spear bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's grab another 11. 2 against 1, so 3s to hit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's unlucky. Yeah, 5. 4s to wound. Alright, that's lucky. 4. And I don't think they get any kind of save at all. So they take 4 wounds immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, the Skaven slaves, despite putting up a remarkably good fight, still lose the combat because they don't have a standard. So, yeah, Skaven slaves lose the fight, which means they have to take a break test. They need a double 1 to pass it. Then again, they are within 12 inches of the general, so they don't. He's on a leadership of 9, I think. Yeah, he's on 9, so they might actually just hold. They do, they hold. Amazing. Am I doing that correctly? I need to double check this. Because something about that doesn't feel right. Reading the wrong bloody thing. Yeah. Yeah, they get to use his leadership. Amazing. that they manage to hold when the bloody clan rats don't. I mean, that's the difference of being within 12 inches of the general. I think this is teaching me I need to have my general a lot more centrally placed in the Skaven. If the bloody Skaven slaves can hold on and they don't, then again they did lose how many? 4? No, they didn't actually lose 25%. So no, they're fine. Astounding, but they are. Okay. Skaven turn. We're going to have a charge here. So I need 3 on 2 dice. That would have been really sad if that had failed. They're already in combat. The last thing here is rolling for whether they keep fleeing. So on a 5, they keep fleeing, and they flee 8 inches, and they touch the board. They're gone. Oh no. Okay. I think this might be basically over. Then again, all right, the last match, the match that convinced me that this might be entertaining for you guys to watch was Orcs and Goblins versus the Empire. And the Orcs and Goblins were reduced to a single unit by the end of turn 2. All the other units they had just got wiped out. They had like boars, they had black orcs, they had night goblin archers. They just all got taken out in 2 turns, and there were just some savage orcs here, and they legitimately held on for 4 more turns and almost turned the game around, very, very nearly, until they charged a handgun line and just got shredded. But if they hadn't, like, if they'd rolled slightly better, or handgunners had rolled slightly worse, they genuinely could have turned the battle around. It stunned me that it was a possibility. And that was mostly due to stupid magic, which is similar to what happened here, but they just couldn't recover. Local orc too angry to die. Like, there was a battle wizard. He kept calling meteors down. And because of the way, because of the delay between the meteor getting summoned and the meteor landing, one of the meteors took out a load of Empire troops, because he like placed it here, but then and that was right in the middle of the Orc army. But then between him placing it and it landing, all the other orcs were wiped out. So there were just Empire troops all around here. And they just got blasted by his own meteor. It was amazing. Anyway. Yeah, that's it for this. No more movement, no magic, no shooting. What is like a combat pile-up? What is this? Because like there are some guys here who can't strike. Combat reform. Hang on. Alright, yeah. So they actually do the combat reform after the break test. So I'll take that now. So leadership, and I can't remember how much they lost by. 2, I think. No, they failed it. Alright, they can't reform then. Okay. Combat. Are they further than 6 inches away? Yes, so I might as well do this one then, get this out of the way. Skaven slaves, attack first. How many are there then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, what I could have done is I could have taken it from there instead. You don't need to take it all from one side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 7. 7 and the 6. Fear test. I forgot the. Actually, are they now out of? Yeah, they're now out of his leadership, so they're on their own. Good fucking luck, mates. Leadership of 2. You failed. So you have a weapon skill of 1 for the round. So they're hitting on 5s. I think. Yep, on 5s. So that's 2. Three, 4. Yeah, 4. Strength 3, so wounding on 4s. 1. 5 plus armor. Saved. Okay, you did nothing. They get 1 for the stand. Oh, no, yeah. I'll add that at the end. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is where the skeletons are going to kill them all. 8, so I'll roll 8 twice. 3 plus to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits. 4s to wound. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wounds. No armor saves. So they will take a panic test in a moment. No, they'll take a panic test right now. Which they fail, obviously, because they're Skaven slaves. They flee. Oh, they don't flee. It's a panic test, not a break test. How does Corn and Rats work? Break from combat. Specifically, break from combat. So yes. They flee 5 inches, because it's 4, and then they get an extra 1. The skeletons are going to pursue, and they break them down. So Skaven slaves are dead, and they move 8 inches forwards. Well, Skaven are down to 1 unit now, and they may get wiped out in this fight. So, let's get initiative, shall we? Vampire. The vampire is going to... Well, the chieftain isn't going to challenge. The vampire is going to challenge. And the chieftain's going to say, fuck that. So the chieftain moves to the back. and doesn't fight. So the vampire, he can fight normally, so he will do that. He has 4 attacks. Weapons, they're fear roll, Garen. They can still use his leadership, so he's still got a 9 leadership, which they pass, so they're not afraid. 4 attacks. Weapon skill 6 versus Storm Vermin, who have a weapon skill of 4. Fancy. Still a 3+. That didn't roll properly. Two. He has a strength of 5. They have a toughness of 3. So I believe that's a 3+. 2+. 2+ to wound. 1 wound. Strength 5 means they get a... Is it strength 5? Yeah, strength 5 means they get a -2 on their save, reducing it from a 5+ to a 7+, so they get no save. So they lose 1. They get 1 for charging, don't they? Next, we have got Storm Vermin are initiative 5 against initiative 3. Chieftain is initiative 6, so the Chieftain doesn't actually attack this round, but he would have. Damn, he might actually have stood a chance. He probably should have fought. Oh well, I'll know that next time. Black Knights, initiative 3, so Storm Vermin are up next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Any difference? 2 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have a weapon skill of 1 because of... Oh no, they pass the fear, so they're weapon skill of 4 versus weapon skill of 3. So I believe that's 3+. Yeah, 3+ to hit. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. Six hits. They are wielding halberds, so they get +1 strength. So they're hitting at strength 4 against toughness 4, so they're wounding on a 4+. 1, 2, 3, 3 wounds. They get a 5 increased to a 3 -1 because of the 4, so 4+. I've literally already forgotten how many wounds it was. Fuck's sake, Garen. We have got the Chieftain. They have a weapon skill of 6. They 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. Thank you, pass me. 6 hits. It's very helpful having the YouTube stream. 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On a 4+ save. One fail. I thought you were just hearing things. No, I listened to my own thing back. So now we've got 1 parry save, which he passes. Oh no. Okay. That was the best chance they had. What the hell's rapid reaction? Do Storm Vermin have additional abilities that I don't know about? What can they do? No, I think that was a weapon team. Don't worry. Yeah, it's stupidly hot here as well. It's a very, very hot day all over the world from what I gather. I have heard how hot it is in America. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 4, so they're on 4s. Yeah, just double checking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have strength 4. Versus toughness. Strength 4? Yeah, strength 4 versus toughness 3. So 3's to wound. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. Strength 5 wounds. Putting that there so I remember. 5 wounds. Toughness 4, so they get -1 on their saving throws, so they have a 6+. 1 save. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is looking bad. I remember you putting up a forecast on one of the Going Medieval videos, and it was cooler than over here. Yeah, it's not like freakishly hot, but like my point in that was that like their heat wave is sort of just our weather at the moment. But even with this, I'm struggling with it. I do really, really poorly in hot weather. Like in the height of summer, I tend to just sort of vegetate. And it's not so bad now. This is back when I was in a much smaller room. Like my old bedroom before I moved was tiny. And then when in my house, I could gear my whole house to keep in my office cool. And here, I'm in a much larger office as well. So that helps keep it cool. Larger spaces tend to stay cooler. Right. But it's not over here because the horses get to strike. How fast is the Nightmare? That's initiative 2, so that's still slower. So we have the skeletal steeds. Oh no, they're initiative 2 as well. Okay, yeah. So it's we'll do the Nightmare first. Oops. The Nightmare has 1 attack. Weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 4, so on a 4. Hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 3, so on a 3 it wounds. It wounds. It's on a strength 4, so they get a 6+ save. 6. But then there are 4 horsemen of the skeletal variety. At this point, I'm about to swipe my roommate's fan from his room while he's at work. I'm on fire. I have a fan over there. Hopefully you can't hear it, but it's doing work on keeping me cool. During the day, I have it in front of the open window, so it's like drawing cold air from outside or cooler air and blowing it in. But when it gets dark, I want to keep the insects out, so I have to keep the curtains shut. So I've just got it on the other side of the room. Weapon skill 2 versus 4. 4 plus. 2 hits. Strength 4. Toughness 3, so 3's to wound. 1 wound. 6 plus save. Nope. Another one gets killed by a horse. So they've lost 5, but that is less than a quarter of the unit, so we're fine. However, they have lost the fight. So, how many rows do we have? Is this bugged out? Yes, it is. That matters at this stage. Come on, game. Come on, game. No, don't do that. Okay. They are steadfast because they have more ranks than the enemy, so they don't actually take this difference into account. Which is something I always forget about. But they do still have to take a test on a 9 because they lost the fight. Which they pass. Alright. They stick around for another round. Turn 5. I'm guessing this is going to be the last turn. It's over to the Vimpoyers. I don't think they're within the front arc, so they can't actually charge. So instead they're just going to reform so that they're ready to. These guys similarly are going to reform. And he's going to fly. Sadly he can't march. He's just going to fly over there. Because he doesn't want to go into the fungus forest. Magic. He's not going to risk casting magic. He's got no healing to do, so... No shooting, because he's out of range. Straight back into the combat. Hey, do you remember that combat we were just doing? Let's do it again. He's going to challenge, and this time, the chieftain is going to accept the challenge. You dead things is shit. Oh, that's very clever. Shut up. That's what I imagine their discussion would be like. So I'll do vampire ones then thingies, even though they are hitting at the same time because they both have initiative 6. So vampire. No one charging, so no one gets an innate bonus. Fear test. On a 9. Oh, they failed it. Okay, he's in a duel with bloody weapon skill 1 then, isn't he? 3 plus to hit. 3 hits. Strength 4. No. Strength 5. Toughness 4. 3 plus to wound. 2 wounds. Combat at this time of year, and this time of day, this part of country, localised entirely within my table. You don't see it these days, do you? Not in rain like this. Not good for combat weather. You get all muddy. No one likes to get muddy when you're dying. The mud mixes with the blood. No one wants muddy blood. Anyway, 2 wounds, so he gets normally a 5, reduced by 2, so he gets no save. So he's dead. Good job. You stupid dead prick. I can't believe that. And he fills the gap. Oh my god. Cannot believe that. He failed the fear test. That made the difference. It made it way too easy for him to be hit. Oh no, sorry. He does actually get to strike back at the same time because it's equal initiative. So he gets 3 attacks. Weapon skill 1 versus weapon skill 6. 5+ to hit. So he manages to hit once. Strength 4 +1 for the halberd he's got. So strength 5, toughness 4, so 3+. He got a wound. He's normally got a 5.
Hello.
Ooh. Thank you, I Love My Cookies, for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. He's normally got a 5. -1 for barding. 4. 3. 4, 5. So he's got a 5+ save. He failed it. Oh, you chieftain, you've wounded him. First wound he's taken in this entire frickin' thing, despite the fact that he called a spell on himself. I think I've effectively planned the first session of my campaign and a couple of party NPCs. I can always come up with more if combat proves too unbalanced. I keep feeling like I want to plan more, but I think I'm too nervous. I can't think of anything more I need to do. Like, I like to come up with a lot of contingency things, but you can never plan enough, and yet you can always plan too much. So, shrug. Just do the best you can, I guess. Right, Storm Vermin. They get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They might get an additional attack. Does a halberd count? No, it doesn't. I mean, it would say in my thing if it didn't. I don't know why I thought I'd needed to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I accidentally had a spare one. So they're on 1s, so 5s. Because they failed the fear. 1, 2. Yeah, that fear is the doom of Skaven. I knew it was going to be a problem going into this game. I knew they'd struggle against the fear. Strength 4. Toughness 4. Falls to wound. Nothing. Welp. And now they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 3s to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4 versus 3, so 3s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. 6 wounds. At strength 4, so they're down to a 6+ save. Okay, 6 of them are dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is over a quarter of their remaining number, meaning they immediately take a panic test. Leadership 5. Let me just double check the phrasing on strength in numbers. Their current rank bonus. Oh, bonus ranks from a general's unit are not passed on with Inspiring Presence. Okay, I got that wrong then. Alright. Fuck knows how Skaven work then. Alright, so they have a rank bonus of 2. So they have a leadership of 7. Which they fail. So they are going to flee 5 inches, which is going to be very easy for them to follow because they get 3 dice and take the best. So 5 inches. Yeah. It is over. The storm vermin flee and are cut down as the Black Knights charge straight through. That was devastating. Oh, he's still there. He's not there. He's dead. No, actually, I'm just going to say, yeah, he fell into the pool and he's just been drinking the fungus water and he has no idea that the battle's even done. But yeah, that was... Oh, wow. Like, I was worried about this. Going into this, I thought this is either going to work very well or it's going to work terribly. Because I didn't take much this interesting. 2 giant blocks of skeletons. I thought there's every chance they're just going to get pounded into dust. And they didn't. They really did not. So I think part of it's the deployment. I think I really screwed up deployment. I got very unlucky with the warp cannon, the warp fire thrower, and the poison wind mortar all rolling misfires. And of course I missed that one magic phase, so he could have done some damage to the skeletons, could have grounded the Terrorgeist. But yeah, even though the vampires played terribly, casting magic on themselves, the Terrorgeist doing nothing. Like, the Terrorgeist is worth 225 points. Almost a quarter of my entire points is this one guy who destroyed one thing and then a fleeing unit. Like, he damaged a fleeing unit that was unaffected by his attack, basically. It didn't affect the fact that they all died. So, like, I wasted my points on the Terrorgeist. But then again, maybe I didn't. How much was the cannon? 90. Half the cost of this thing. And it's all he contributed. But now I need to tally the victory points and get a nice picture. Because I've been taking screenshots after each one of these. I can't believe this unit came out of it completely unscathed in the end. So there's the surviving vampire counts. And there are the 2... the 2 dead piles. What a difference. Right, let's tally some victory points. Okay, the vampires get 45 for killing the chieftain, 108 for killing the warlock, 220 for the clan rats, 50 for the slaves, 284 for the storm vermin, 200 for the plague monks, and 90 for the cannon, totaling 999 points for the army. They get an extra 100 for killing the general. And how many in standards? They get 1, 2, 3 in standards. So they get an extra 75 points for the standards that they took. So the vampire counts are sitting pretty on 1,174 points. That is the highest of any battle in this tournament so far. The Tomb Kings, the other undead army, were the only other ones to dominate like this. And they were 27 points lower or 26 points lower because the ogres had, I think, 998. And again, only had 2 standards. The Skaven, I don't even need to count. Because looking at the fact that the only thing destroyed were ordinary skeletons, they get 0 victory points. They didn't destroy any units at all. So that was shocking. So at the end of the game, the vampire counts have won. They move on to round 2. So we have our semi-finalists. The next match is going to be High Elves versus Tomb Kings. And then Empire versus Vampire counts. And for round 2, I'm making a couple of changes. I'm going to be changing the board into Mountain Pass. The distinction here being these sides are impassable and you set up here and here rather than here and here. So you fight sort of fight along the short edge rather than the long edge, you know? And these were 1,000 points. The next one's going to be 1,500 because it's a bigger match now that I sort of have played the armies already and I have a better sense for it. So that is all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed having you guys here for it. So if you want me to stream the next one I do, I would be more than happy to. I loved this. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I enjoy this game, and it sucks that I've never had people to play with. But now that I found this mod, I'm going to find people to play with because this was so much fun. So I appreciate you sticking with me through like 5 solid minutes of me looking up rules every time I get stuck. How long have we been going? Wow, 3 hours. Almost 3.5 hours. So, yeah. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. So, I streamed this on Twitch and also simultaneously on the Gary and Tabletop channel. If you're watching on Twitch, check out my Tabletop channel linked below the Twitch, where I have done a few other tabletop sim things of Conquest, which is a different miniature system. And I would love to do videos on this at some point. But yeah, subscribe to that if you haven't already. Check out my other videos on there for board games, card games, miniatures like this, and TTRPGs. So I'm going to go relax for a bit, as it is 11:15 at night here. I have a long night of work ahead of me. But again, thank you for joining me. Like, I've had a really bad day today, and this has cheered me up no end. So thank you guys. I seriously, I don't want to get mushy. I can't express how much I enjoyed this, and I was so glad to have you guys watching. So, yeah, I don't know when I'll stream the next one. If people are interested, let me know in the comments of the stream or on the Gary and Reaver Discord, linked below the Twitch in the description of the YouTube stream. And, yeah, probably a couple of days, and I'll do the next one. So, thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh, I have an outro screen. Bye-bye.